Tune in. The Backyard Party presents the Real Talk Show. We talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Right here's your host, JRX36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production.
Dun, dun. Alright, so we about to just hop up in it, jump right in, go straight to it, whichever one you like to hear best. In my own words, day 32, Taboo Free Talk, formerly known as Youth Built Alumni United. We about to pick up where we left off last time. So here it goes. We'll hype that up to 1.5. Check the levels. The levels look good. Open up the box. The box. Open up the box. Boom. JRX 36. Bang, rename that. We are good to go. Let's go.
Like in some argument, and she wouldn't quite understand. I'm like, yo, like, you don't want to be mad at me if I gotta go, like, because like, and I didn't want to bring it up, but you got the gist of it. It's like, don't put that pressure on yourself. It's not necessary. Let's just squash it. Let's be good, and we'll get back to it. Just to be able to like protect that. This is like a way of keeping our guard up, and not guard to run away from our feelings or anything. No, it's not about running from your feelings. It's about being able to receive information that don't break you. Especially if it's that you are like in love with like a family member or a loved one. Like we're human beings. Still, like we can get to a point where it's not as traumatic, but nonetheless, it's a real. It's like just knowing that there's going to be that absence or that void there can be challenging. With some personal experience, much better than I do from someone close. You know what I mean?
I know, because like my brother, and I'm not trying to put him on blast just in case.
Yeah. This is an educational purpose. This is like an educational purpose.
Yeah. He seen when he got the call. He went to where my brother was at, where he was shot at and laid on the ground. He seen him when he was laid on the ground. He went, identified his body at the coroner's office.
So we went over this story yesterday. Check it out. I mean, there's a lot of gems that was dropped that could prepare you.
I can bring to the table with just me being a person I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to give that up, because guess what? I got some more value to add to my life, and the value that I got to add to my life is for me to enjoy right now.
Mm-hmm. And if they're gonna be a distract, that's why, like, I'm all rainbows, I'm all friendship. Hearts, like that can stay over there.
Right? But anything that I'm the type of person, I practice what I preach. To miss that, but at the same time, I'm doing this for all of us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My brothers and sisters, because I've been in my GED classes, they've been getting their GED. The other ones then graduated from high school.
Okay.
So but you can't just tell somebody something. You have to be a living example and let them watch your actions, and that's what I'm doing.
That's right.
I don't just go there and just talk there. Like, when I go there, I ain't seen them in a while. I don't be around them every day. My conversations with them, it's probably going to be a lot different than the conversations we had 10 years ago. Right. But anything that I'm the type of person, I practice what I preach. I'm not going to go tell you to keep a book in your hand and keep reading a book if I'm not going to do that.
That's right.
That's how it is in life, and that's how I am. That's just the type of person I am. Like, and I feel like this. Anybody in my circle, I really don't consider myself to have friends. I consider myself family. You my family. Mm-hmm. My whole circle gonna eat. As long as my whole circle eating good, I'm cool. I ain't gotta drive the fancy car, have fancy jewelry, because guess what? If God want me to have that, He'll put that in my life. Mm-hmm. And right now, I'm glad I'm learning about relationships, because I'm still in the process, of loving myself and being happy with myself. But it'll also help me in the future, just in case if I was to get in a relationship, or I'll be able to sit them down, have good communication skills with them, let them know off top, this is how I am, not in a control way.
If they can't appreciate it, then you're not the one.
And I know I'm a good person. I know what kind of value I can bring to the table with just me being a person I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to give that up, because guess what? I got some more value to add to my life, and the value that I got to add to my life is for me to enjoy right now.
Mm-hmm. And if they're gonna be a distract, that's why, like, I'm all rainbows, I'm all friendship. Hearts, like that can stay over there. That's been a distraction in my life. That has slowed me down. That has caused me a lot of mental stress. Mm-hmm. I'm chilling. I'm good.
Slowed me down. That means that has occupied a lot of my time. I've had to give that area of my life lots of attention, and giving it lots of attention causes you to then not give other things attention that need attention, and that's where the word stress comes in, because then the burden gets tough and challenging to carry.
Like, I love my freedom, you know, I love my freedom. You know, I don't appreciate people trying to control me. Like, I think that's petty. Like, if you care about me, then you should care that I'm free. That I love freedom. You should care that I'm free. You shouldn't want to like put restrictions on me or try to make me feel bad because you think I made you feel bad. Just tell me what I did and then let's fix it. Don't try to hurt me because
Right, like
I
playing
hurt
tit
you.
for tat or something. Because sometimes people don't intentionally mean to hurt people's feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if you can sit back and be like, hey, you know what I mean? I think what you said to me, you know, it was a little loud and it really hurt me.
Or you can learn the 18 voids and then pick and choose and discover what is it that you did that kind of introduced the opportunity for the other person to say what they said. Meaning, did you not stop them when you heard a certain word that caused you to be like, whoa? Like when they was trying to talk about the future, you could have paused them. You could, you know, there's tools and strategies you could have used to then prevent it from getting to that point. And that's part of the point of the 18 voids, is just to be able to like look at 18 sentences that to the degree that you follow that instruction, you're gonna be
But you doing that is being a bigger person, but it's also giving the person that did it some time to think, because you didn't talk loud to them, you didn't talk crazy to them, you didn't do none of that. You just came and you kind of said how you were feeling. And that's something I'm working on myself now, you know, especially coming out of being in, you know, past relationships, domestic violence and all that stuff. Like, I'm putting my foot down, like somebody do something to me, I'm letting them know, like, hold on, hey, people, they just gotta understand it. And that's just how I am. I'm gonna continue to call people out on
And then, look, like we have similar personality. Like, yo, if we can't talk about the future, like, I don't know that I want to even go there. For what?
right.
Now, granted,
So-
like Betsy, she doesn't really care about talking about the future. But
So no, and I'm saying like, so future's an achiever thing. Like if you're an achiever, you think about the future. Now if you a viber, you're just chilling. Like it's all good. We ain't gotta be all talking about that. We could just vibe. You know, if you a socializer, then you want to talk about everybody in their past. You know, that's cool for some people too. And if you're an explorer, you just in and out, bang, bang, in and out of rooms, in and out of boxes. So a room is a box, you know, and you in and out of the box, in and out of the box, in and out of the box. And every time you get in the box, boom, you're here. Get out the box, boom, you're there.
but I've had to learn to get used to it. It's not my preference. I prefer to talk about the future. But in a future situation, nah. Like if you are rainbows and you're like friendship, I think talking about the future is important. You know, because it's like if I can't talk to you about that's entertainment to me. Like, because it's not about planning the future.
Mhm.
That's not. It's fun to like dream. You know, like, you know, we thought we're gonna be traveling.
But it also, it helps you set your goals in life though, too.
Mhm.
And I'm serious. I always wanted a reason to come to Florida. I said, my mom was like, what party? I was like, it ain't by Miami.
Fort Myers, Lee
Fort
County,
Myers.
Lee County, Southwest Florida. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun talking about the future because, like I said, like I'm a dreamer. I love to dream, and I like to be positive about the future. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't go negative. Like I do
Optimistic.
have paranoia, like when it comes to government and like vaccines and like, you know, police brutality. Like, yo, you can't like, yeah, to me, it's a real thing that happens. Police brutality is real. Mandatory vaccination, they're trying to do it. You know, I hope they don't, but I try not to have those conversations with most people, like, because they can lead to arguments. You know, people don't really want to hear that stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then maybe we shouldn't talk about the past.
And what's the point of arguing? I'm not trying to change your mind. Like, what's the point of arguing? I'm not trying to convince you. And I'm fine with my beliefs. You know, I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. So now, if you want to have a conversation, we could do that, and then we could set parameters, and that could be like a form of entertainment. You know, like, okay, we're gonna do this debate. We're gonna go entertain each other. But ultimately, you know, it gets to a point where it's like, yo, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and you know, we can just keep it at that. And then to talk about it is work. And most times I'm just trying to play because, you know, life is already work, connecting with family and friends and keeping up with that and remaining at ease and balance.
You know, I would like to talk about that, but I wouldn't want to talk about that with you, for instance, because I rather talk positive. Because the negative, like, I can't stop them from what they're doing, like me by myself. Like, we have to be organized as a group, and like, and I don't want to convince people anything really. Like, hopefully people will discover for themselves what they don't like and what they do like that their government does or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't want trouble. Like, I want to just focus on the positive. It doesn't mean that we can't address the negative. Like there have been there's systems in place that have been to the disadvantage of Black and Latinos and other minorities. Right. You know, we can talk about them and that's cool, but I don't want to talk about them as I'm trying to solve it. Like, I don't want to motivate you to solve a problem by using that as what is going to motivate you. Nah, let's be motivated by the fun that we can have.
That means like, that goes to that saying about like, it's better to focus to build It's better to focus on building that which you want than destroying that of your competition or that of someone else. Just focus on what you're building. Just focus on what you're building. That's it. You do not need to use attention from the other, from the competition from the other person to build what you got going. That doesn't need to be the fuel. You don't need to fuel your machine on the hurts of those that you're competing with.
Let's be motivated by the amount of people that we can positively impact, you know? And it took me time to learn that, because I found myself, especially because I was in a youth build program where we are activists and socially conscious, like it's easy to get caught up in those conversations where we're like, you know, like, we prefer this, or, you know, we want to overthrow the system, revolution, like, you know. But these days, I don't want that. I'd rather talk about helping people with suicide. I'd rather talk about dating. I'd rather talk about entrepreneurship. And those are the solutions, you know.
And by the way, my opinions, my words are not a reflection of Youth Build. By the way, I'm my own person, you know, and if anything, I'm the black sheep of the Youth Build program. So by the black sheep of the Youth Build program, I mean, like, I'm the source of controversy and opposition and resistance. So I'm not a representative of the voice that comes from there. From Youth Build USA. That's what I'm saying. Just want to get that out there, you know, make that clear. I am my own person. And even when I was there, I was my own person. But I did have friends that was socially conscious. And that's where we played the game of government. You know, that's where we were having fun. Maybe not having fun. I mean, my life is fun. I call everything play. So that's when we was working on, playing on, creating a better future for our friends and family.
Like, talking about police brutality isn't going to stop police brutality. You know, it might increase racism, because when you're talking about it, you're going to be rubbing some people the wrong way. Let me take that back. So when you talk about it, you're going to be using words that are going to trigger people that are not your friends, and it's going to make them dislike you more. Like, you know what I mean? So then I don't want to create that vibe out there. So I rather.
So is there a perfect solution? Because it sounds like if I go by what you're saying, then you may not want to do anything, or it may seem like there's nothing to do, or just let it all be. Well, the solution is building your vision. And if your vision can solve for that, then great. And if it can't, then join the club. That's like everybody else trying to create the next best thing that never is quite the next best thing. So what are you building? What are you creating that can get the attention of the people that you needed to get to, so that the work that you need to get done gets done? You're the leader. You tell me.
Rather focus on entrepreneurship. Look, the Taboo Free Talk Show, we talk about anything and everything. You know, it doesn't mean I'm running from the conversation, but it means, like, if we can have a positive conversation and have a positive impact on that subject, then let's take that route. But yeah, so.
And that just means not putting down others, not judging others that don't think what you think. I'm not interested in making people feel bad for what they think. Not interested at all. You know, in fact, I want people to feel good about what they think. So.
And then to check out what happens. So, okay, so we can't talk about the future. So that means we're gonna talk about the past. Me personally, I'm not into talking about the past too much. Like, how about you?
Like,
in the beginning,
if I'm comparing something that was a barrier or something bad in my life that happened, I'll bring it up, but I'll compare it. I'm always comparing it to how good something is going now, though. You know what I'm saying? That's how I compare. Like, hey, this happened to me, but I was able to get over it. Now I'm here. You know what I mean?
So this is what I mean. That's true. I get it. And I think that's kind of how that's how I talk about the past too. But the people that like talking about the past, the way they talk about the past is like they're telling it to you like a movie, and it's like a story that continues. And then it's like they're, instead of looking forward to where they're going, they rather focus backwards from where they're coming from. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do. I'm saying I personally do not prefer that. Like, because I think for me, I think that I'm better at focusing on the future and the good things, because if I focus on the past and it's not so good, it's not going to make me feel good. It's going to lower my vibe.
Or it could be a distraction. It could be something that takes attention away from something forward that you need to be looking at, like a new trend. A new trend, or trends need to be given attention to that you may not see if you're too focused on something from the past.
And if my vibe is lower, then I'm going to be easily triggered. You know, so I don't want to get triggered. So I don't want to.
Senses are going to be alerted.
If I don't have to talk about the past, then let's not talk about the past. And then really, like, once you talk about the past, it's like eventually you hear everything, right? Like eventually.
Is there something wrong with being triggered? No, that's how we learn. We learn through triggering each other. But the idea is that it gets to a point where the suffering is so deep, so much so that triggers can cause people to lose control of their emotions and make decisions that hurt them or others. And if I could contribute to preventing that or reducing that, then I am interested in that. And then that's what this is all about, the real talk show. Like, yo, if you're at that point where you about to like do something that like can hurt you or hurt somebody else, let's talk taboo free. Come on, what you got? You got questions? I got answers.
Actually, you get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, then what are we doing here? And that's when those people then they basically they look for reasons to talk about the past. So they start talking about other people and other people's past. And then that's when now we're talking about other people. And then if you're gonna talk about other people, you better not judge them in front of me because then I'm gonna get triggered. So then if I'm gonna be meeting someone and we can't talk about the past because I'm triggering them, and we can't really talk about we can't talk about the future because I'm triggering them, and then we can't talk about the past because they're triggering me now. So we're gonna talk about the moment, and in the moment there isn't much to talk about because when you're living in the moment, it's like you're just enjoying each other's time. Like you're like okay, you can talk about ideas, like we can talk about relationships and dating, and then we can bounce back and forth from the past and the future. And that's cool, but if that person doesn't like talking about the future and they just want to bounce from the moment to the past, that's not enough for me. Like I you know, I'll play basketball with you. You know, we can go do jujitsu or whatever, but I don't really want to have a personal relationship. Like I don't want to invest my life into like, because I don't want to have that many friends. You know, I mean, I have a lot of friends, but I mean, like you see, I talk to you, right? I don't want to talk to a lot of people because if I talk to a lot of people, then when am I gonna have time for my kids and my family? You know. So it's like, then let me choose the best people to talk to. And that's why I'm really happy about how this is working out because somehow we met, right? And then so perfect, great. And then like now, like Daniel, he comes on off like, I want to talk to people that want to talk to me. Like, I don't want to talk to people that don't want to talk to me, or I don't want to talk to people that want to talk to me because I got money. You know how much I'm enjoying this is because I know how successful my family is going to be. My family and my family, you and the people that are with me are going to be. So because if you didn't want to talk to me now, right? You know, I'm gonna be enjoying my life from a different perspective. I don't necessarily want to talk to you later. And that may sound mean or whatever.
Like now, I'm getting myself on the road. You know, I'm slowly moving. Start getting my test completed for my GED. You know, college gonna be. You know, my general studies gonna come through and be. But don't start talking to me when my book get published and then I'm sharing it all on my Facebook and then you know what I'm saying. Oh, you writing a book? Okay, remember them advice I was trying to get you to come to and you know not trying to put it on Facebook. That's what I'm be thinking in my head.
And the thing is, like, look, be on day 32, right? Like, y'all at homies, you know. But it's all good though, cause it's all fair, right? It's all good. Now, I'm not losing no sleep. I'm happy, you know, and I'm happy that I'm gonna attract the people that I'm gonna attract. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that Daniel comes on. I really love Camille's energy. Isn't she cool too? Yeah, and it's like, you know, the people that
I like talking to both of them. I like talking to both of them. It gives a good energy to have 4 people talking, no arguments, no disruptions. We all got goals. We all, you know, we all trying to be successful. I mean, y'all already, you know, in your careers and stuff like that. Like
you in your career too. Stop playing.
Okay, yeah, I'm in my career too.
Look.
I am not literally though.
Yeah, you are. Welcome to the Taboo Free Talk Show. We talk about anything and everything. I am your host, Crown Jewels, and you are
co-host Alexandra.
That's right. Look, we are in our career, Oprah. Reading about Dr. Phil, ain't you? I ain't Dr. Phil. I'm Mr. Jewels, Crown Jewels.
That is so funny, but like, it's just like I don't know, like now, like I feel you because I'm just everything that I do, like I'm not gonna beg nobody for their attention. Y'all know what I'm doing. I done told many people what I'm doing,
and it's cool.
And like with my writing, for vacation, I got a lot of other things to do. I'm gonna put my book on hold. I'm gonna put it on hold, and that's just until January when I get back. Because when I write and when I'm writing my book, I like to be at home by myself in a comfort zone, and I get in the zone and I write. That's how I am. So I'm gonna put that on hold. So I'm gonna, you know, that now starting probably like Sunday night. That's how I'm putting my book on hold. But all this time, I don't want no one when they know that my book's gonna get published and stuff to, oh my God. Now I can see if it's someone that didn't know I was writing a book or
right.
You know what I mean?
You know, I get it.
Yep.
And then like my initial reaction would be like, well, you know, we're on episode 204, you know, go catch up and we'll
go catch up, man. I've talked about everything at least twice. Go
holla at me later, you know, because really, like, I'm a hunter, and we'll talk about that. I used to.
But I'm the type of person.
I'm a goal hunter. I hunt goals. And turn them into gold.
I'm still gonna continue to do what I'm doing though. Like me just writing my book, like I'm not trying to get no career to sit back and write books, and that's not saying it's a bad thing. It's just gonna add value to my career, you know, like what we're doing and stuff like that. Because like I said, I'm serious. The college I'm with now, that's who I want to have a book thing with, and then I'm gonna come down to Florida and do my book thing there. Now, if I start getting all these people that's buying the books and stuff, of course I'm gonna love that. You know what I mean? But I'm not looking to get rich or all the fame. I'm just looking to get my story out there. The story's gonna tell itself.
You do want the fame. I don't want the fame, but it's gonna come no matter what. That's
right. I think about what you said when, like you said, people gonna come no matter what. The fame gonna come no matter what.
And then the fame allows you to have an impact, you know. Now, if you let it get to your head, that's a different story.
Right.
You know? Now, like for me, when I say I'm a hunter, that means that even now, like when we move into the next phase, I want to find the people I want to work with. Like, see, like for instance, you know, I want to work with the people that are like they want to take their lives. I'm already on Facebook groups where those people are at. You know, like I'm gonna go to you. If you coming to me, I'm gonna put you through a process. Meaning like, okay, go watch the videos. If you're really serious, like, you know, but I'm gonna go find people. And that way, when people are trying to come to me, that's cool. Oh, there's a process. Oh, go, you know, you can be a guest or whatever. Like, you know, I got processes in place. Or go check out so-and-so live. You know, they're talking about the 18 boys, or they're talking about the same thing we're talking about. Like, they watch the videos, but on my personal level, like, I want to be a fisherman. I want to go catch the fish. I want to go find the people. You know, I want to be the one, because if you allow yourself to be hunted, if you allow yourself to be caught, then you can get caught by people that want to be deceptive. People that want to be like, people that have other motives in their mind, you know, like people that are trying to get something from you. Like, yo, I ain't got nothing to give except whatever I already gave already on these videos. You know, like all the tools are out there. So I don't really got nothing else to give, you know?
And then I know what type of person you is and what type of people you like. So we're bringing people that would like to work with us and stuff. I know how to scope the people out that's both on our page. That's consistent, you know, and different things like that and stuff.
And then really, we only need so many friends. Like, you know, like
it don't have to be a whole bunch of us.
We could be acquaintances, you know, like I really like this because it's getting recorded and then people can watch it and it's all good. Like we ain't got to be all up in everything. And then when we do decide to go live and it gets numbers, like, it's not like we can talk to everybody anyway. We can only engage with the people with the amount of time that we have with the people that.
And that was the realization. A video goes viral, 10,000 comments, can't talk to everybody. Video goes viral, 1,000 comments, it may be possible to talk to everybody, but not day in, day out, not 1,000 comment after 1,000 comment after 1,000 comment, not one person. So you can't talk to everybody. So if you can't talk to everybody, then there ought be a magic number of the number of people that you ought to talk to. And that number is going to be different for different people. And the more people you can talk to, then the greater your weight. And that's down with the diamond strategy. So how many people you talking to personally? You know, what's your carat weight? What's your carat weight? Now we're talking about diamond strategy. So what's the diamond strategy? You got carat weight, you got color, you got clarity, and then you got color, clarity, weight, cuts, and you have the cut. So you got a cut, the way that it's cut, you got the clarity, you got the color, and you got the carat weight. And this is talking about the carat weight. So let me let this spider out the house real quick. I got you. There you go. Thank you.
So that we can engage. And then like what you want to realize too is like, okay, imagine there's 1,000 comments on a post. Are you gonna read through those posts? I'm not. I'm gonna be like, yo, catch me on the live. Like, I don't even want to read posts because, like, imagine, like, you know how some of these people got like 1,000, 10,000. They ain't got time to read. I mean, you can only really talk to so many people anyway. So rather than waiting for people to find me, I'm gonna go find people. Now, and this is my style of finding people. The way I found you, the way Daniel showed up, this is my way of finding. Now, look, once we move out, like once we move from this setting here and go into a new setting, all those other people that are in that world, like that YouFeel alumni page, that's it. I'm moving on. If you want to catch up, you better follow the trail. But I'm going to be starting at a whole new place with people that are completely different, you know, because it's like, it is what it is. Like,
and as that all ages align. So YouFeel Alumni United, you know, boom, tat, get it back rolling, take it off pause, put it on play. You know, we'll get YouFeel Alumni United back on play. And then we'll now be focused on All Ages Alliance. And that's what this is.
You wasn't ready at that time. I respect that. And that's cool. You know, but then I have a purpose and I have to go.
Like now, like I feel like this, and this is what I'm getting through off the conversation. Right now, we got our arms open. We're welcoming. No, we're not trying to follow people or nothing, but we're welcome. You're welcome to join us, come to the meetings, start up with us. But when we get to a level, it's not going to be like, well, you can just jump right in because we made it to this level. You know what I'm saying?
And then you could be a distraction. And you can have other, like, you might be doing it for the money. Like, we ain't doing it for, like, are you doing it for the money? Nah, that's like we grinding day 32. out of love, for the fun of it, for the now. Do I listen? For me, I got clear vision. You know, I already know what's coming, and I think now you see it too. So it's just a matter of time.
And the fact that you gonna let me, work with your students, and then I'm looking forward to so much stuff in January. You know what I'm saying? That it's awesome. It's awesome. It's like laid right out there for me. I present to my students. I'm gonna be working with your students. It's gonna be back to back and back and forth.
And I guess something I can learn from this is that it's best not to put, or it's okay to put dates to things, and if you don't accomplish it, then you just move the date and you do your best to have the two become one. I'm cool with that. That's not so cool with a lot of people. And then the thing is I know that real life happens. And then our life may not go in the exact direction where we wanted it to go based on the time frame that we wanted it to happen. So time frame is the issue, is your perception of the time frame. So all that to say is that if you don't got to make a promise, don't make a promise. If you ain't got to say something about tomorrow, don't say it. But for dreamers, it's fun, and you do your best to make it happen. And then if you don't, no judgment, do better.
So it's all good. And then the fact that we met, like, it reminds me of when I met this a woman named Kepra, like in Youthfield. Like, she put me on, like, she allowed me to come do a workshop with her, like, and she was in the Youthfield program for many years, and then I'm the new kid on the block, but she heard me do a speech, and she was like, oh, I like the way you talk or whatever, and then she brought me on. So it's like, I almost feel like I'm doing that with you. It's like, yo, you're mad cool, like, we work well together. And it's like, yo, you don't gotta go, like, listen, come on, let me hold your hand, let's skip some scenes, let's go ahead and get past through this real quick. So it's like, I really like that about what's going on, because it's an opportunity for, like, both of us to, like, work together, and we don't bump heads. Like, me and her, like, we're really cool. Did we bump heads? Yeah, she moved a little faster than me, meaning like she was okay making some decisions, like, fast, and I respect that, because I wasn't ready for that, but she was ready for it, but I wasn't ready for it, because I still didn't have, like, I like to function with information. You see how you're trying to, like, take the test and you want to know more, and, like, I function like that. Like, I want to be like, all right, like, you do know that if we do that, that's gonna trigger so, and then I like to talk about it like that. So we did bump a little bit in that, but other than that, we was really cool. We vibed really well, and I really respect her. Hey. But yeah, so I'm excited about it, So, but yeah, for real, that, like, and then really, what, like, when I say what's next, like, we already done. Like, for instance, once it gets edited, it's not too much hard work to get it promoted and get it out. I'm just being patient because, wait, I'm talking, Papa. We still talking? Not yet.
Yeah, Juju.
Go tell mommy. Say mommy, and then, okay, go. So yeah, like, I'm like, when I say when we go to the next phase, it's not even about a number of viewers. It's just a matter of when we decide to make it available to the right audience. Because there's people that would want to hear us right now. They just don't know that we're talking right now. So they need to watch short clips of us talking so that they can be like, oh, I want to watch that. And there's a lot of people like that. So basically, it's just getting that content in front of those people, and then all of a sudden, this could be a completely different situation. So, and that's why I'm being patient, because I like the coziness of this.
This is cool. And then in the midst of it, I already love to read, and then to be able to read these different books, this is so cool. It's really cool.
I'm putting a book list together for the teens. So that life strategies book. Once you do the book review, you let me, like, I want to put the books that you're reading on the book review list. I mean, on the book list, and then we can add your book reviews as a way of getting the young people to want to read it and learn from that. Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot that we could do. So.
Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then did you get us audio for tonight?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that.
Okay.
Let me find it really quick. So this one's from The Art of Seduction. And this is one of the books from the same guy that wrote The Art of the 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, we don't want to get no copyright claims, so we about to leave it at that. It's been good. I mean, this has been an All Ages Alliance production. Let me see if JJ Day is ready. JJ.
So let me get it. Hold up.
You want to tune me out? Let me see.
Know how the best of the best think. And he's like one of the guys. My goal would be, like, I like the idea of playing the game without crossing that line. Now, he goes into the different personalities, and it's very interesting to see how the different ways of playing that game.
Let's watch the rest of that. If you're interested in hearing more about that, go ahead, yo.
Tune out. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Now it's your host, JRX36, and we will see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.
No, we about to see ya.